Alright, y'all, man. What's up, man? It's your boy, Villain. Look, bro, we in the final part. So that means we finna find out who really did this to my girl, Mo. Who did this to Anna Wilson? Who did this to her? We finna find out. We finna find out the ulterior motive. Was it Caitlyn? Was it really Colin? Who could it be? Let's find out, man. Let's go and get it. Before we get into this video, dog, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment down below your favorite part of the video. And subscribe to your boy. My name's Villain. I'll react to crime videos. I'm a little insane in brain, but you is too for watching it with me. And if you do any of these stuff that these people do, just go ahead and click off the video, because I don't want y'all getting all ideas from my videos and then have them come interrogate me because you watch my videos. All right, but let's go ahead and get into it, man. This is the final part.
Hey, so Colin, is that your first name? Yes. Hey, so do you know Anna?
Last name is Wilson. Oh yes, I do.
So
there's really no easy way to say this, sir. So apparently last night she passed away.
This is Colin Strickland, and he was just told that his ex-girlfriend, Anna Wilson, was brutally murdered only hours ago.
Austin 911, what's your emergency?
My friend is staying with me, and I just walked in, and she's laying on the bathroom floor, and there's blood everywhere.
If Caitlyn had been planning to murder Mariah, Colin was about to make it clear he suspected nothing all along.
I said, I think y'all need to stop talking to each other. You need to separate yourselves from each other while the fact finding is going on. I just don't think it would be helpful.
Of course.
And so I don't think there's been very much. There's definitely not been any being together.
Since she left and I left Friday midday, eventually to get a new SIM card for my phone, which I assumed was okay.
Yeah.
Had the same number.
You're allowed to have a phone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then saw Claire. Since then, I haven't spoken with Caitlyn or seen her. And so the two detectives came by my house yesterday, looked at that, asking if she was there, if I had seen where she was. And my father had contacted her yesterday morning. He had gotten in touch with her. I gave him the number that Caitlyn had given our mutual attorney.
Has she ever mentioned in the past of wanting to hurt Mo?
No, she's never mentioned wanting to physically hurt.
Okay. Do you think that she is capable?
If I thought she was physically capable of hurting another human, I would have extricated myself immediately from that situation. Not only for not so much.
That's the thing, though. Most people don't be knowing. But there would be red flags. There would be red flags.
My own personal safety, but my concern for another human.
So what's that answer?
The answer is no.
Okay.
I don't believe in any way she's capable of that.
Okay. The gun range that she visited with her sister, do you know where that gun range is?
I think it was on South I-35. I told them to go to the Reds, which is now something else, which is the one I drove past on my way to school for 12 years at the Waldorf school. But they went to another one because a mutual friend had been there.
You bought the guns, right?
I bought the guns, yes.
When was that?
I think early December.
Okay.
There's a receipt with them. I'm sure you could look at the receipt.
In an ironic twist, Colin had bought Caitlyn a gun for self-defense, but after police conducted a firearm examination, it just so happened that the bullets it used were the same caliber that were found near Mariah's body. So far, the cops had evidence of Caitlyn's car at the scene, they knew about her obsessive behavior, and they knew she owned the same model of gun that was used to kill Mariah. But while they searched for her whereabouts, the investigation continued to uncover crucial and damning evidence that not only heavily suggested Caitlyn was responsible for Mariah's death, but also cleared Colin of any wrongdoing. The cops gathered all cell phone data and compared it to the surveillance footage, allowing them to map the...
Why it looked like this was on he was on an interview or something, like... Was this live? Was this mainstream? Did I miss this?
Movements of Mariah, Colin, and Caitlin on the night of May 11th, 2022. Colin and Mariah were at Pool Burger after their swim and were there around 7 p.m. When they left, they headed to Maple Avenue, but didn't realize that Caitlin was stalking them and was driving in the same direction.
That's what I said! I said that! I literally said that shit, bro. She was stalking them, bro. What the fuck? Telling y'all, bro, these bitches out here be crazy as hell. Watch who you date. They crazy. And if they show any signs of craziness, you leave them. I tell my girl all the time. I even told her. I told her this when we first got together. If you crazy, it ain't even work. It's not gonna work. I don't do no craziness. You ain't finna hurt me. You ain't finna hurt nobody around me. You ain't finna hurt my family. You ain't finna hurt my friends. You ain't finna hurt nobody. Alright? Because I don't care about none of that jealous stuff. You jealous? Leave. Cool. Because ain't nobody around me finna get hurt. Like, y'all crazy, bro. And I don't have to put myself in a situation where I gotta hurt you. You feel me? So, I don't believe in hurting women. Now, if you a man, it's different. Wait, hold on. Pause. My bad. I'm not talking about, dating and nothing like that in that sense. But, like, yeah, like, all right, I didn't fuck myself over.
Caitlin thought that turning off her cell phone would cover her tracks, but the surveillance footage caught her, and what it shows is a black Jeep, eerily similar to Caitlin's closing in on the house where Mariah was killed. As Colin dropped Mariah off at the Maple Avenue address, both were completely unaware that Caitlin was secretly stalking them only yards away. The same black Jeep had driven down the back alley of Maple Avenue and was slowly heading toward Mariah's address. Moments after Colin left, a neighbor's doorbell camera captured audio of Mariah screaming for her life before she was murdered. Colin's cell phone placed him driving away from the area before Mariah's death and cleared him as a suspect. This meant that the only person who could have killed Mariah was Caitlin. All that was left to do was arrest her. But when officers went to find her, they discovered a massive problem. Just hours before they solved the murder, Caitlin had left the country under a fraudulent passport which was originally her sister's. Caitlin likely did this to avoid using her own passport in case officers were keeping tabs on her, but the fraudulent passport gave her enough time to escape. After getting a search warrant for her Gmail records, officers found a flight ticket that was booked for a one-way flight to Costa Rica. Even CCTV footage obtained from Austin Bergstrom International Airport in Austin showed her boarding into the plane. An initial investigation into her records showed that she had booked a hostel in Santa Teresa Beach while working as a yoga instructor. So, to lure her out, an officer sent a message out on social media asking for a yoga teacher in the local area. Soon, Caitlin took the bait and replied to the ad and agreed to meet up. But in the month that she'd been on the run, she'd taken some extreme measures in order to conceal her identity. Caitlin had undergone several surgical operations to alter her appearance, but there was no fooling the arresting officer, who recognized Caitlin from her eyes. She was arrested and flown back to the United States, where she was charged with attempted murder. However, that wasn't the end of it, because in October 2023, Caitlin tried to escape again by taking advantage of a doctor's appointment outside of jail. She can be seen here fleeing from the cops after she jumped from a bathroom window. This time, she was caught almost instantly. If the several attempts to escape justice and falsifying of documents weren't enough to convince a jury Caitlin was guilty, then the surveillance footage and the testimony of Colin Strickland, and most importantly, the ballistic analysis that matched the gun to the shell casings found at the scene of the crime certainly were enough to convince them. Consequently, a year and a half later, on November 16, 2023, Caitlin was found guilty of first-degree murder, and she was sentenced to 90 years in prison for the cold-blooded murder of Mariah Wilson.
These sentences are just like dumb. I understand she ain't gonna be alive in 90 years, but you never know, bro. Like, and that girl went all the way to Costa Rica, get her face changed, and thinking she gonna live a life over there and not get caught. You know, that's crazy, bro. That's so crazy. That is wild. She thought she was gonna get away with murder. This is probably my favorite story. This is probably my favorite cold crime story. This is probably my favorite case. That one was really, really good, and it had me tuned in the entire time. So yeah, this is crazy, dog. Mad crazy. But man, hope y'all watch all the parts with me, bro. Hope y'all binge watch all the parts with me. We're gonna find another one. We're finna find another one and see how this goes, man. And I hope y'all just follow along the journey with me, man. But it's your boy Out Villain, man. We done with this series. We on to the next, man. Shout out to Crazy Crimes 8 for uploading these, man. It's my go-to source if y'all wanna go watch the videos. Crazy Crime 8. You feel me? Right there. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bam. Y'all go watch him, man. And whatever I don't react to by him, y'all can go watch it. Alright. But anyways, man. Love y'all, man. Peace. OV out.